How are you, everybody? I'm feeling fine. I hope that every one of you is feeling fine. Today I'll discuss with you Act 3, Scene 3. This is one of the major acts in the major scenes of the play. Here we are approaching very close to the summit of the climax, the highest point of the play, where Hamlet sheds the first blood in the play. He kills Polonius. Unknowingly, he killed Polonius. He mistook Polonius for Claudius. Yes, the king, enter the king, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. You know, these are two friends of Hamlet's childhood and university. I like him not. I don't like him. The king, Claudius, is speaking to Hamlet's two friends, saying, I like him not. This is the way Shakespeare used to negate the verb. This is Middle English negation. I like him not, nor stands it safe with us to let his madness range. And it is not safe for us to let his madness transgress all limits. أن يتجاوز جنونه جميع الحدود. Nor stands it safe. It is not safe for me as a king to let Hamlet's madness transgress all limits, or is left free. This is politicizing. This is an act of politicizing things. إضفاء الصفة السياسية على الأفعال. وهو ملك. He's the king. Therefore, prepare you. I want you to prepare yourselves. Addressing himself to Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Your commission will forthwith dispatch. Dispatch means send. I'll dispatch, still used up to today. Dispatch means send in a mission. Send in a mission. يرسل فيه. commission كمان mission. أرسلكم في مهمة رسمية. مهمة رسمية. The king began to think deeply, earnestly as well, of getting rid of Hamlet. He started to feel that Hamlet is an imminent, a pending danger. Pending danger. خطر شديد, immediate danger, pending danger. So as a king, as a shrewd king, a cunning king, a scheming king, he took a very strong and immediate resolve to get rid of Hamlet by sending him to England with the company of his two friends. He knows for sure, the king knows for sure that Hamlet constitutes a danger. And he to England shall go with you to England. The terms of our state may not endure hazard so near us as doth hourly grow out of his brows. Hourly, every hour. Hourly, grows hourly, every hour, hour by hour. Hour by hour. ينمو ساعة بعد أخرى. ينمو ساعة بعد أخرى, hour by hour. The terms of our state, my position. The terms of our state, the terms of our state means my position as a king. My position as a king. وضعي كملك لا يسمح لي. My position as a king. The terms of our state may not endure. Endure means tolerate or bear. Endure. Endure means bear or tolerate. يتحمل. وضع البلد تبعنا بتحملش. كلام سياسي 100%. Political discourse. Political discourse. If you think about it, you will find our current political figures use the same language. Our current state of the state, the current position of our state will not endure or can't endure or bear or tolerate such a situation. دولتنا ووضعنا السياسي لا يسمح لنا بذلك. May not endure hazard. Hazard means danger. So near us, so near to the king, as doth hourly grow, because it grows hour by hour, this madness, out of his brows, from his mind, from Hamlet's mind. Guildenstern, we will ourselves provide. Provide means here prepare. Most holy and religious fear it is. It is a fear that is most holy and most religious. هذا الخوف خوف مقدس وخوف ينبع من دوافع دينية. Yes, now as I told you before several times, the king is the shadow of God on earth. ظل الله في الأرض. Killing the king causes havoc, disaster, disturbance to the whole state. يدمر البلد كلها. مقتل ملك مش أي كلام. Why? Because the life of the country, the life of the countrymen, the life of the whole people around him, around the king, will be killed or will be negatively affected by regicide. When the king dies, he doesn't die alone. He dies alongside with the people around him, and havoc is caused to the state. موقع الملك في الفكر المسيحي، في الفكر في ذلك medieval age, that assumes the top of the cosmic order. ظل الله في الأرض. He represents God on earth. God rules in the heavens, and the king rules on earth. هذا فكر مسيحي وفكر يوناني وفكر إغريقي قديم جدا يعني، وهذه فلسفة تسربت إلى الفكر العباسي كمان. عندما كان يعتبر حاله خليفة العباسي، ظل الله في الأرض ويد الله وحارس خزائنه وعندما يبسط خزائنه فهو يبسط خزائن الله سبحانه وتعالى نيابة عن الله. وعندما يمنع شخصا من المال العام فهو يمنعه بإرادة الله ونيابة عن الله. Most holy and religious fear it is to keep those many bodies safe, many souls, many people. Bodies, you mean people. Yes, that live and feed upon your majesty. كلام شايفينه كيف؟ That the people around him, the countrymen, they feed and live depending on the king. the king is everything. زي العرب، الملك يملك البلاد والعباد والبترول والنفط والشعب وكلنا عالة. Yes. Rosencrantz, the single and peculiar life is bound with all the strength and armor of the mind to keep itself from annoyance. From annoyance means annoyance. Annoyance means annoyance. He says, even ordinary people, lay people, الناس العاديين, have the right to defend themselves and their peace of mind by whatever means they deem profitable, they deem possible. Everyone, ordinary people, normal people, I mean laymen, have the right to defend their peace of mind and their safety. Ordinary people have the right to do so, let alone the king. If the ordinary people have the right to defend themselves and to protect themselves from an imminent danger, a pending danger, the king has a more legitimate right to defend himself. إذا عامة الناس بيحموا لهم الحق أن يحموا أنفسهم بطريقة، فالملك نعم يوحون للملك، هذولا سحيجة بسحجوا للملك. With all the strength and armor of the mind to keep itself from annoyance, but much more the spirit upon whose will depends and rests the lives of many. Will means well-being. الملك سحيج هذول مش سحيجة؟ بتقولي بتشارك معي أنت؟ بطلت؟ will well-being. وماذا عن الملك؟ وماذا عن الملك؟ But much more that the spirit upon whose will، الروح التي على صحتها وعلى نمائها وعلى depends and rests the lives of many، تعتمد حيوات الآخرين، كثير من الآخرين. The death of majesty, the death of majesty, the death of majesty, the death of majesty, the death of majesty. The death of a king is different from the death of ordinary people. The death of a king, the death of majesty dies not alone. The king doesn't die alone. The king doesn't die alone. But like a gulf doth draw. Like a gulf. Here gulf. الدوام زي الدوامة، هي الدوامة تاخد واحد، الدوامة هو البول. زي الدوامة. The death of the king is very much like the gulf، الدوامة اللي في البحر. Yes. Doth draw what's near it with. All things near the gulf, near الدوامة, near the whirlpool, are attracted to the pool and lose their existence ويموتون. تلاحظ انه الدوامة هيك تلف هيك السنتر تبع الكون، هاي السنتر تبعها، فكل واحد نيرها get destroyed على طول بموت. دوامة لا تأخذ واحد، تأخذ everybody. Everybody around. Everybody around. Doth draw what's near it with it, or it's a massy wheel. Massy means massive. Massy means massive, huge, huge, huge. This is the cycle. The cycle. This is a cycle of. This is the cycle. This is the cosmos. هذا هو الكون. هذه عجلة السيارة، عجلة البسكليت. This is the tire of the bicycle. عجلة البايسكل. عجلة البسكليت. في عندنا the center. The epicenter. هاي السنتر. في spokes. spokes. اللي داخل العجلة ايش بسموها هاي داخل العجلة؟ هاي الفرويل ايش بسموها داخل العجلة هاي؟ اللي جاي على الفرويل هذا spokes بسموها. هاي العالم وهاي السبوكس. هذول individuals او the people of the state. هاي الملك، كان الملك the center is occupied by the king. So when the king dies, loses himself as a result of death or murder, the whole cycle dismantled, becomes dismantled. تتدمر وبتروح. هذا ما بروحش لحاله، بياخد هدول معه. هذه رسمة الكوزميك اوردر. Cosmic order in the medieval age. هذه صورة مهمة جدا. توريك كيف انه كلهم مرتبطين، الوطن حتى مرتبط بالملك. هذا الفكر ليس اسلاميا، اغريقي، ولكنه اثر على الفكر الاسلامي فيما بعد. قلت لكم لأن الملوك عجبتهم الفكرة انه the king is the shadow of God. The king is the shadow of God. The shadow of God. ظل الله في الأرض. ظل الله في الأرض. Or like a massy wheel fixed on the summit of the highest mountain. Put on the highest point of a mountain. هاي حطت على أعلى قمة في الجبال. To whose huge spokes. هاي الهيوج spokes شايفينها؟ الspokes. To who, yes, fixed on, yes, to whose huge spokes 10,000 lesser things are motorized and adjoined, are joined and connected to this big wheel. Lots of things, lots of things, lesser things, lots of lesser things, أشياء أقل, are joined here, joined to the center of the wheel. Each small annexment, petty consequence, attends the boisterous ruin. Everything gets affected by the boisterous ruin. Boisterous? boisterous ruin. Boisterous ruin, body ruin. صاخب أو عاصف. صاخب، عاصف أو صاخب. Means rowdy. 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 Did the king, yes, attend the boisterous ruin? Never alone did the king sigh. الملك لا يتنهد وحيدا, but with a general groan. But everyone, everybody, everything in the state groan and sigh in the same manner the king sighs. The king doesn't. The king doesn't cry alone, doesn't die alone, is not affected alone, but the whole state gets affected. The whole earth gets affected. Yes, king, إيش بقول لهم? Arm you, I pray you, to this speedy voyage, for we will fetters put about this sphere, which now goes to free-footed. Fetters means shackles. Shackles or chains or restrictions. The king says that he will put fetters on Hamlet's madness. He will control his behavior. He will not let him, he will no longer let him roam in the state free-footed, free, and do whatever he wants, the way he wants, the time he wants, the time he wants. The king, once more again, is a very cunning political person who is capable of neglecting his heart, and he neglecting his heart, sacrificing his heart for the sake of his safety. I can't proceed and say the country's safety, but the king, very Claudius, is the very foil of Hamlet. He is able to take prompt decisions, harmful decisions, political decisions, urgent decisions, whereas Hamlet lacks this ability, lacks goal, lacks courage. نقف هنا على هذا المشهد. The king decided to get rid of Hamlet by sending him out of the country to England, accompanying two of Hamlet's friends. The king also says that he will put shackles and fetters, restrictions on Hamlet, because Hamlet to him is a source of pending danger. Thank you for listening so attentively. In 2 minutes, I'll be back.